Hey, estate planning attorney Paul Rabalais here, and in this video we're going to talk about whether a person who has dementia can make a last will and testament. So it's easy to procrastinate getting your legal affairs in order. So many people do procrastinate, and some people procrastinate just getting it done for the first time. Other people procrastinate updating things when perhaps there's a change in family circumstances. Some people just wait too long, and when someone has dementia, it makes it hard, if not impossible, to get things done. So can someone with dementia sign a will? Tough question. You know, what often happens is in our office, I've seen it many times over the years, I'm sitting across the table from someone who, clearly there's a problem there, and maybe that the daughter brought that person into the office. So I'm sitting across the table from an elderly woman and her daughter, and maybe the daughter says something like, hey mama, you need to tell Mr. Rabalais that you want to leave me the house so he can put it in your will, okay? And then, I look at mama and she's like, oh, that's nice. Who are you? And then, daughter's like, you see, I told you that mama wanted to leave me the house. And I'm like, that's not what I heard. So, that set of circumstances, while I've seen it many times, is fraught with issues of undue influence, lack of capacity. So, what is the standard? Anytime somebody questions whether somebody with dementia had the capacity to sign a will, we always have to look at the standard for capacity. Here in my state of Louisiana, a person can't make a will unless they have the appropriate legal capacity to either make a will or, quite frankly, make a donation during their lifetime. Is they must be able to comprehend generally the nature and consequences of the disposition that they are making. Now, cases when that capacity is questioned, cases involving challenges based on dementia are fact intensive. Every case is unique and different, and in general the courts are going to look to the medical records of the person who made the will. They're going to look at the testimony of the treating doctors. They're going to look at the testimony of the notary and the witness who were present in that environment when the person was discussing and creating their will. And there is no quick litmus paper test to evaluate someone's mental capacity. Generally, this capacity to write a will, ideally the person can answer a number of questions. One, do you know generally what you own? They don't need to know every account number and every asset, but they need to be able to generally know what they own. Do you know who your family members are? And yeah, I've worked with a lot of sharp people who can't remember maybe their grandchild's or grandchildren's middle names, but that's okay. But do you generally, understand who your family members are? Can you tell me who your children are? Can you generally tell me who your grandchildren are? That helps when it comes to determining capacity. And also, do you understand that this is your will? Do you understand that what you're signing is a legal instrument that provides that when you pass away, this controls who gets your stuff? So if they can answer all of those things, that's a good step toward a person having capacity. Now, on the other hand, a person can be forgetful and have capacity. So, again, every case is unique. I will say that, mental capacity should not be confused with physical disability. If somebody's paralyzed from the waist down, they have cancer, perhaps they can't see in one eye, maybe they can't even hear, they could still very clearly have the capacity to generally understand what they're doing, even though they don't have the, that strong physical ability. So two different things there. Perhaps I would suggest, and this is a call the family often has to make, when that person with questionable capacity is going through the process of making a will, perhaps there should be some type of letter of competency, either from the primary care physician of the person who's making the will, that physician who has seen that patient over a series of years and can kind of make a determination of how far that person's mental capacity has declined, or perhaps a letter of competency from a doctor who specializes in mental health and cognitive ability issues. I will also point out that sometimes people say, I have power of attorney for mom. I'm going to go ahead update her will because that's what she'd want me to do. Doesn't work there. Somebody with power of attorney cannot create or change the will that someone had already created. So what really this video I hope prompts people to do, quite frankly, is I hope it encourages people to flat out just, get her done. People's capacity generally decreases over time. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody's capacity to understand things really improve over time. It always diminishes over time. For some people that it diminishes faster than others. So really there's a sense of urgency. If there's a potential capacity issue, there really should be a sense of urgency to get all of those legal affairs in order. No time better than the present. Also, no time better than the present to smash the like button, and also, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way, two things: you won't miss anything, and two, you'll tell YouTube, hey, show Paul's videos to a few more folks. I'm sure there's other folks out there that would like to see information like this. So there you have it. Dementia, signing a will. No real test for that. Every case is unique. Get it done before that becomes an issue. We'll see you next time.